Ladies and gentlemen, there are four main benefits and perks that the Secure Act 2.0 added for you as federal employees. We're going to go over all four of these things, how they impact you, and the benefits they can provide and the things that they adjust to make things just a little bit better for you. Now, if you're new here, so good to have you. Welcome to the channel. My name is Dallin Hawes. I'm a financial planner who serves federal employees every day, and I absolutely love it. So let's dive right in. So just to be clear, the Secure Act actually passed at the back end of 2022, but most people I've talked to really didn't understand the key things that happened. So let me talk through the things that changed for federal employees. Long story short, the first thing is that federal employees ages 60 to 63 can put more money into the TSP starting in 2025. Long story short, their catch-up contribution can be a little bit bigger. Now, these numbers may adjust a little bit based on inflation and things, but for example, in 2025, people in this age range, 60 to 63, can put $34,250 compared to others. Let's say someone's 55 would only be able to put $30,500. So long story short, people in this age range can put a little extra. Now, I'm not sure why it's just that age range. Who knows, right? I wish it was 60 plus. That would certainly be nice for people retiring a little later wanting to save a bunch into the TSP. But long story short, the rules are the rules. Next, long story short, most people don't know this, but the Roth TSP, actually before the Secure Act 2.0 passed, the Roth TSP was subject to RMDs. RMDs stand for Required Minimum Distributions. Basically, when you turn 73 or 75, you're going to be required to withdraw money from all of your pre-tax accounts, okay? All your pre-tax retirement accounts, like your traditional TSP, traditional IRA, all those things. You're going to be forced to take some out every single year. And the same used to be true for the Roth TSP. It used to be subject to RMDs. You had to start taking money out in your 70s. Long story short, that is not the case anymore. You can keep the money in there for however long you like, which is a very, in my opinion, very good change. And that helps you out a lot. You have a lot more control over your Roth TSP in retirement. Next, long story short, the government does not like it if you forget about RMDs. If you do not take out the right amount of money or enough money out of your traditional accounts, again, traditional TSP, traditional IRAs, they will penalize you big time, okay? The rule used to be that they will do a 50% penalty on the RMD amount that you didn't take. Okay, so if you're supposed to take out $10,000 and you forgot that year, they're going to charge you $5,000 for not taking that. Now, the good news is that penalty has now gone down to 25%, okay, instead of 50. So it's a smaller penalty, but still, long term, don't forget about your RMDs. Again, it's between age 73 or 75. Now, if you're already in your 70s, you probably have already started RMDs. They used to be 70 and a half and 72. Long story short, if you haven't hit your 70s yet, it's probably going to be one of these. But do the research, know when you're subject to RMDs, and don't forget about them. Because even at 25%, it's still a penalty nobody wants to pay. So don't forget about this. I like that. It's a lower penalty, but still a penalty nonetheless. Okay? Last but not least, long story short, this one applies for special provision federal employees, okay? Special provision federal employees. This is how it works. If you're just a normal federal employee that's a traditional FERS, non-special, this does not apply to you, okay? But if you are a special provision federal employee, you know that in the past, this is what happened. In the past, if you retired before 50, you actually weren't able to touch your TSP without a 10% penalty right away in retirement. Like, for example, if you retired at 48 with 25 years of service as a special provision federal employee, you can do that, and you get a pension right away, but you would not be able to access your TSP right away without penalty, which was a massive pain. It caused a bunch of issues. Long story short, that rule has now changed. As long as you qualify for a full-blown retirement under special provisions, so if you have 25 years and you retire under 50, you can access your TSP without that normal 10% penalty that applied before. Okay, so these are some of the big changes, again, that the Secure Act 2.0 put into effect. And some of these things are still kind of happening and being implemented. For example, this doesn't happen until 2025, which is coming here soon. I'll keep you updated as things actually happen. And as we see how things actually will work, because sometimes it always changes in real life, how things are put into practice. So I'll keep you updated every step of the way, but I hope that's helpful. And if you want more helpful tips like this, there's tons of helpful resources in the description, most of which are completely free for you to dive into and get the most out of your benefits. Okay, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.